There's a lot of people currently abusing, from what I've heard, the new Cyclone thing on the ladder. Because it's bugged and it deals a lot more damage than it's supposed to. This has been going on for a couple days now and Blizzard hasn't yet stepped in. It's also the Thanksgiving weekend right now, so we don't know if they will. I'm not sure how they will handle that with Home Story Cup, to be honest. Like, would it be a dick move if you're a Terran player at an offline tournament making a bugged unit? Yes, I think so. Would it be against the rules? No? I guess not. It would be a prick move, but... Apparently there's like a lot of one-base Cyclone currently on the ladder. You need to swarm it pretty hard. Gumio and Maru will surely use it. I would not be surprised, man. Nice. Okay. I got a little bit of paint over here. Got a tiny little bit as well on one of his shoulder pads. In all fairness, it's a Blizzard problem, not a StarCraft exclusive. Blizzard is always slow to adjust and react. Yeah. They're very slow with StarCraft though, Rainbow. It feels to me like the guys at Blizzard look at StarCraft twice a year. I don't know what's going on there. It's basically one guy being told to do with the balance. Yeah, I think the way it works, and I don't really know, but I think there's probably one team of like 3 dudes or whatever who are in charge of all the classic Blizzard games. So games like Heroes of the Storm, but also like I guess now Warcraft 1 and Diablo 2 and Warcraft 3 and StarCraft 1. Like there's probably like 3 guys that have to juggle all of those games. I would not be surprised. Hey, Dylan. Thank you very much for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. I was lurking on your channel earlier, by the way. I was watching from the shadows. Welcome, raiders. I am painting up a giant rat. I'm trying to do some base coating today on some of the segments here. So I want to do a base coat on the staff. I don't actually remember exactly what color I used for the base coat of the staff. That's a bit of a problem. Is it Dryad brown? No, it's not. It's too red. Is it Paratrooper tan? No, this is too... Does anybody happen to remember the color that I used? I just smudged it a little bit. I think it might be Dryad brown, but I'm not exactly sure. I don't think this is entirely right, but I was thinking about covering the whole staff up with some wildwood anyways, like a contrast paint, which I always think looks really nice as far as like a woody color goes. Yeah. We'll have to have a look. I want to paint the wrap on the blade. I'm doing a bunch of base coats all in one go so we can wash them all down with the same color. You notice it more as a StarCraft player. Blizzard killed their Overwatch League by not balancing it for 2 years. I mean, Overwatch League is another long adventure by Blizzard. And a very curious one, too. I think most everybody in the industry never really thought that that game was going to be a success as an esport, and it kind of... Like, they tried so hard to force Overwatch as an esport, but... I've not heard from anybody in esports that they ever thought Overwatch was going to be a good project like that. It was good as a game, but as an esport, I don't think anybody ever really truly believed in it. At least nobody outside of Overwatch. I don't really follow the game much, but it always seemed curious to me how they dumped so much money into that game. And they tried so hard to like make it the next big esport, but never really caught on much. Maybe again though, I'm a little bit biased as a StarCraft fan, right? Because even like 5% of the budget that went to Overwatch esports, if any of that would have gone to StarCraft 2, StarCraft 2 would have been able to run for years. The StarCraft 2 tournaments didn't even do significantly worse, viewer-wise, than the Overwatch events, which is kind of funny. Because they put in absolutely no effort for StarCraft anymore. And they dumped a lot of cash into... Yeah, it was funky. Just a bit questionable, really, but... At least they tried. That seems to be mostly over, though, right? Like, I don't really hear anything anymore about Overwatch League. Is that still a thing? Maybe it's still a thing, I just don't really follow it. Well, I think it's fun to play, it's just kind of hard to watch as a viewer. I think StarCraft is more dedicated fan base, Overwatch is more casual players. Yeah, you're probably right. Problem with StarCraft fans, though, people that love to watch games, is that they don't really play a lot, right? It's really hard to monetize people that like to watch the game, but they don't really play your game. I mean, it's certainly possible if they tried, but they've just given up on that. I have to be a little careful. Don't want to get it on the green. Okay. The league got cancelled. The pro meta didn't change for 2 years, so people got sick of watching the same match. Okay. So Overwatch League is just gone? Like, how about Overwatch esports in general? Is it still around at all? Or is it just like community-hosted events? No more official esports scene type of thing? I feel very out of the loop as far as Overwatch goes. It's kind of funny how Blizzard basically invented esports with StarCraft 1 and 2 and then proceeded to abandon those. Yeah, it is kind of weird, man. Minimum support goes a really long way for StarCraft and StarCraft 1, or StarCraft and StarCraft 2, but... It was mostly greed, right? Like, they just wanted to make more money, and it wasn't not enough money. It wasn't really that they weren't making money, I don't think. It was just not enough. Pretty sure some of the Blizzard executives are still pretty upset about the Dota situation, right? The fact that it started as a Warcraft 3 custom mod and they kind of just ignored it and they didn't get any rights for it. And then obviously Dota 2 just absolutely blew up as an esport. And it was theirs. Like, they just didn't take it. They've been chasing that ever since. And I'm pretty sure anything smaller than like that is not really worth pursuing or something. It's a bit... Yeah, it's a bit sad, but... Imagine creating Overwatch and all you're known for is... Whoa, what, Zoid? Okay, I think I missed something. The league got cancelled, the pro meta didn't change. Okay. There's a contenders league. It was supposed to be the path to pro league, but now it's the peak. Oh, interesting. Okay. So they get paid directly from Blizzard? Like Blizzard pays the people to play in the contenders league? So contenders was supposed to be like the step below the pro level, I guess, but then since the pro level kind of fell apart, everybody went in that direction that was relevant. Curious. What's going on, Echo? I am doing pretty well, good sir. I'm just painting up some of the base coats. Okay, I see, Rainbow. Yeah, I think because of the whole Overwatch thing, though, I think a lot of companies have learned, like, hey, don't force esports. It just doesn't seem to work. It's something that sort of has to appear over time, and then maybe you can, like, encourage it and maybe take control of an own league or something like that, but spending a lot of money trying to control the entire scene, and I think that's a misplay. It kind of worked for some of them. Like, for example, a Dota maybe, but Dota also is like, Valve is a big company, right? Like, it's not like they just have Dota. They also clearly have some really smart people working on those sorts of things. It's the same for Riot. Riot obviously has League of Legends, but they have a bunch of other games. And I don't really feel like they ever tried to like force League of Legends pro scenes in my mind. Like, I know they have a lot of control over it, but I don't really know much about it. I don't really have that vibe though, at least. It's just really hard to watch Overwatch, man. That's kind of the problem. Like, it's just so hard to watch competitive Overwatch. It sounds so silly, but... Yeah, exactly. Like, it's so hard to just watch. Like, as a casual FPS fan, I occasionally like to watch Counter-Strike. And I find Counter-Strike hard to follow sometimes. Because I don't really know the game. I don't really play the game. I don't really know what it's about. I understand how hard it is, though. And it's obviously about 100 times more simplistic than Overwatch, looking at a game of Counter-Strike. But especially like big team fights, I've tried playing, or I've tried watching like Overwatch stuff, but the big team fights are impossible for me to follow. To be fair though, I do also get similar setups with like League of Legends and Dota and all that. But I think those are chaotic because I don't understand the game. Whereas I think Overwatch is just hard to watch. It works for fighting games because most of them focus on being a fun game first. So like the fighting game community is also relatively small though, right? Kind of like RTS. It's a cool scene, but relatively niche. At least compared to like the big dogs. The Smash Bros, yeah, dude. The players are insane. You think 3D games with verticality are hard to follow? Counter-Strike has some, but Overwatch has more. Yeah, that's true, actually. But also, when you see like somebody in Counter-Strike do like a crazy flick shot, you know? Where they're just like, they do a very basic thing, but they move the mouse and they get pixel perfect precision at just the right millisecond. Everybody can relate to that being hard. Right? Like everybody who ever played any game ever realizes that like that's not an easy thing to do. But if you look at Overwatch, you're like, I don't fucking know what's going on, dude. And maybe StarCraft also kind of suffers from that problem, right? Where most of it is really quite difficult to follow if you're a casual enjoyer. I think StarCraft has a relatively easy watchability. Also because there's like a nice build-up phase, I guess. And there's, in general, I think commentators for StarCraft are good. Not to pat myself too much on my back, but I do think that makes a big difference. I've watched like some of the Overwatch League like commentary, and they try to do more of like the traditional sports commentary, where they assume everybody understands the game. And it kind of works, if you know what you're talking about. Like maybe it was just the ones that I happened to watch, but it's kind of like they were commentating like a football match, you know, where they kind of make the assumption everybody understands the game. No. Okay. Narcissist Lowko be like? Bro, 100%. No, but I think probably for some of the Overwatch stuff, they probably had instructions to be like more like a... I've never been instructed on how to cast StarCraft games, if that makes any sense, Draco. But I'm pretty sure in Overwatch they probably were told to like, hey, be, you know, kind of do it like regular sports commentary. I don't know, I'm just guessing. I've always thought that Dota 2 commentators were really good. The Dota 2 commentary is usually really strong. I want to get a little bit of a brown down as well. This was not the right color. Maybe it's this color. Yeah, I think it is. Behold, when StarCraft 2 and Dota 2 casting collides. Oh god. What is this? What did you just link me?
스캔 돌려야 된다고요. 그 스캔이 아니잖아요. 디나이. 자, 파워 디나이. 복수 올려. 복수 올려. 복수 올려. 디나이. 75분 때 민다고 했죠. 75분 때 민다고 했죠. 75분 때 밀어요. 75분.
That's just Korean commentary, man. I love Korean commentary, but it does sound terrible for my voice. I don't think I could ever do something like that, man. Play good! It's the same for like StarCraft commentary in Korean, though. They do a lot of very excited talking. What's up, Leithrinus? Did he just call us peasants? That's a little toxic, don't you think? Buddy? Hmm? You would, no, okay, fine. Okay, you didn't, oh, you didn't actually do that. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought you did, but you didn't. How silly of me. I think this is the right color. Either way, it should be okay. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. I see you, Rainbow. Yeah, there's something nice about StarCraft in that department, man. It's just, I don't know. I'm very biased, and I fully get that, but StarCraft's just so clean, man. As far as esports go, Okay, we gotta do the little leather strap over here. Which is a little bit annoying. Because some idiot decided to glue down the weapon. Could have been a sub-assembly. Would have been easy to paint. But some... Who was it? Let's be honest. Who glued down this blade? Classic pass Lowko. What an idiot. Ask me is so dumb. Why didn't he have hindsight? Dude, exactly. Finally, somebody who says what I think. There's a bunch of little straps all over this this wrap, I guess. He's got like a wrap around his blade. Always wrap your blade, chat. If you're a rat, that is. I bought 2 more manga, by the way, chat. We walked past the manga shop yesterday. They opened a new manga store in the city I live in. I've never read manga in my life, but they have like a little pre-owned section. There weren't a lot of books there, but I found volume 1 of Naruto and also of Jujutsu Kaisen, I think is what it's, I don't know. Anyways, I bought volume 1 of both. They were like 50% off. I don't know the stories of any of it. Well, I've read the first chapter of Jujutsu Kaisen now. It's pretty good. I figured, you know, you guys talk about manga all the time. I feel like this is like, you know, me not knowing the story of Naruto is kind of like me saying I don't know Star Wars. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird as a nerd not to know the story of Star Wars. I gotta read up, man. And it's fun so far. I'm actually really liking it. Lowko becoming a weep. Top 10 anime betrayals. I know. We also watched Suzume, the movie. We finished it yesterday. That's an anime movie, dude. Is it in Dutch? No. We watched it in Japanese with subtitles. Because that's how Twitch chat told me I need to watch these sort of things. There is no other option. Yeah, I just got to the part of Jujutsu Kaisen where he like gets the thing and then he eats the thing and I'm like, holy shit. I didn't expect him eating the thing, you know what I mean? No, the subs are in English. Spoilers, Lowko? I know. He takes the thing and then he, you know, has the thing and then he like eats the thing and I was like, whoa. Poggers, bro. For real, no cap. On God. Not gonna lie. I watched all 500 episodes of Naruto, it's pretty good. We watched Suzume, yeah, it was good. Suzume is very good. It made me sad. I didn't cry though, because I'm a man, and I'm, you know. No, it was very good. I liked it. You finished all of Naruto last year, now you're on One Piece. I actually had the first omnibus or whatever of One Piece in my hands. And it's like the first 3 books. But then I saw the discounted like second-hand section. I was like, you know what? I'll get those 2 instead. What's going on, Louis? Thank you very much for the 4 months. Appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like very long episodes, like very long. Yeah, I don't know. It's. Like I know there's like 1,000 episodes of One Piece, right? Of the anime. That's you know, that's a lot. Maybe too much. Oh, I also had the Dragon Ball manga in my hands. Is that one, like I was wondering about that one. Does anybody, I've never heard anybody recommend it, but I loved Dragon Ball when I was a kid. They had like Dragon Ball Super, and Dragon Ball Z. I watched Dragon Ball Z when I was a kid. Are the manga any good? Does it hold up in 2024, or like, is it not really worth diving in? Airtel solid. Okay. Do you think there's an inherent flaw in esports from the fact that gamers are mostly nerds that don't watch sports? I don't think that's a flaw. I do think it's silly though to pretend that esports is regular sports. Like why? There's no advantage. Also, it's not like all sports are considered to be the same, right? Like, the way that like tennis is done is very different than the way they do football. So I don't think there's really a whole lot of overlap in a lot of those things. That's the thing though, like, I feel like a lot of gaming companies try to force an esports scene where their game comes out and they're like, we want esports because esports is cool. And then they start up their own esports league. Whereas for like literally every traditional sport out there, it started because people competed and then they decided, you know what if we have a guy talking about it? And then at some point they had a television thing, right? And it naturally progresses. Whereas I feel like for a lot of esports, they're like, we're gonna do the esports first and the game second. And that's stupid, that's lame. Doesn't make sense, it's forced. The jerseys? Sports jersey? Yeah, no, it's okay.
Painting Warhammer.
Yo!
SC2. Def hitting my nerd nerve.
I am a bit of a nerd, dude. You may call me nerd. I'm gonna use a little bit of... I have a lot of paint all over my disc. I think I'm going to use some wildwood on the staff. Thank you, by the way, Revan, for the 4 months. Welcome back. This is going to make it quite dark, but I think I'll dry brush it back up later. That's the plan anyways. Yeah, we're listening to a little bit of synthwave. There's some bangers in this playlist, dude. I'm going to actually restart the playlist. Here we go. I need to apply some washes, so I'll take my big boy brush. No StarCraft today? So we're in a bit of a weird spot as far as StarCraft goes. With the new multiplayer balance patch just releasing a couple days ago, Blizzard broke the replay watching system for old replays. So there are literally no replays for me to cast. Since all the pro gamers are currently either traveling or already going, already in Krefeld for Home Story Cup, they're also not playing in anything today. Yeah, so it's a bit annoying. Lucky for me though, I did prepare a couple videos in advance for YouTube. So yeah, we will be, I will have videos ready to go for today and until Monday. And I'm hoping then after that they have released the Home Story Cup replay pack, so we can start with that. Are you already on your way to Home Story Cup, Rafi? You're at the airport right now, I guess, right? You're not going? Oh. Is it because you hate StarCraft, Ravi? Is that what, did Ravi quit StarCraft.com? Can we get a website like that? Can we get a website that says, did Blizzard quit StarCraft.com? None of us quit, man. Did Feardringer quit StarCraft.com? Yeah, I'm going tomorrow. I'm in a weird position where I can actually drive there in the morning and cast in the afternoon. This is the only StarCraft tournament that is only like 2 hours away. It's pretty great. So I just drive over there in the morning and cast in the afternoon. It works great. It's just over the border, so Krefeld is just like right on the Dutch border. So I don't have to do too much. I'm excited for it though, dude. It feels like it's been a while since I've last been to an offline StarCraft event. It's been a while, man. I think the last one was the EWC. hasn't really been a while. Actually, this wrap doesn't really need to be painted in this color. It must be nice to be in Central Europe where everything's on top of each other. I mean, not everything's on top of each other, it's just this StarCraft tournament, dude. Those things are pretty far apart, man. You're 23 hours away from your capital. I just happen to live close to my capital. I really hope there's more in a weird way. A home story cup would be kind of a nice final premiere StarCraft event. Oh, that makes me sad, man. I'm hoping there's gonna be quite a bit more, Ravi. This shouldn't be the last one, man. But at this point, it's so fucking random, right? Like, none of us know jack shit. It's annoying. Really upsets me. The communication is so shit that it's just... Ay, ay, ay. A little weird as a StarCraft caster. No, I'm sure a Home Story Cup will continue trucking along. I would not be surprised if they just do more of those, like. But the fact that there's still no announcement by ESL. Nothing from Blizzard. Nothing from GSL. Nothing from EWC. And not even just behind the scenes, man. Like, normally there's at least a little bit of a... Normally there's at least a little bit of like a thing behind the scenes where some people will actually, you know, but no, I know nothing. I know absolutely nothing. Yeah, it's pretty rough. Yeah, normally you're my source, Echo. If you don't know, then who does? You know what I mean? Yeah, no cut of Vizzik this year either, it seems, which is nuts, dude. Could cast Supervive? Yeah, but I love StarCraft. I could cast other things, man. That's not really the problem. It's really quite tricky, though, to transition to other things, especially on YouTube. Because YouTube has shoved me into the StarCraft box, which is both great, but kind of difficult if there's no StarCraft. Now, I'm riding the StarCraft ship for as long as I reasonably can. That is my plan. Define reasonable? Well, as long as there's games being played, and as long as there's tournaments going on, and as long as there's professional gamers, I would love to continue doing StarCraft. Obviously, if the interest dips significantly, or if it's the same 4 guys playing against each other over and over and over again, then it might be kind of shit. Quite a few variables, really. But my plan is to continue doing StarCraft for at least a while to come, as long as I can reasonably do it. Really, Rainbow? You think I'd do that? Come on, man. I won't lie to you, for a while, it did feel like I was hearing the same 4 fucking names. Well, it's especially annoying with the online cups, right? When the best of the players, like for example, Saro and Maru, don't play. Like, we haven't seen a single Saro game in quite a while. Like, he did do the Basilisk Big Brain bouts when he first came back from the military against Showtime, but not a single game other than that, I don't think. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and base coat the scarf and then the thing on the blade, and then we're gonna have to let it dry for like a while. So that means I think we'll continue onwards with it again next time around, which is gonna be sometime next week. I want to do the same wash as I've done before. The Battlemod wash. The neighbor's dog is outside again. I should just run my own StarCraft events. Man, I really don't want to be a tournament organizer. It's so weird to me though, Rafi. Like, it's just that the StarCraft viewer base has been so consistent, especially on YouTube, for so many years now. Like, nothing's changed as far as StarCraft interest goes, really. There's always people that are down to watch some StarCraft. So it feels really weird to me to like suddenly stop doing tournaments if it's been like the same. Like, if it's never been good, then why was it something they renewed continuously anyways? Doesn't really make sense. My current copium, or maybe hopium, is that the reason why there is still no announcement is because they're trying to set up like one proper way of doing this sort of thing, rather than like the single year deals. Try to get a couple years going all at the same time. I wonder if that's what's going on. I'm not exactly sure, but especially with the StarCraft tournament doing well at EWC, lots of views, especially compared to some of the other esports out there, even esports with larger prize pools than the $1 million that we had for StarCraft 2. Like, StarCraft 2 really did well viewer-wise. A lot of interest, all the VODs on the official channels are being viewed a lot more than the other games. It would be really weird to me to suddenly stop doing StarCraft at that rate. But if you're the EWC, you wouldn't want to be the only tournament in the year, because it doesn't make sense. You want to be the World Cup, right? Like, you want to be the finals of the year. You don't want to be like the only tournament. And I can also imagine that Blizzard isn't too keen to give up everything as far as the pro scene goes to a relatively new organization like the EWC. So I'm not sure. I'm really... And obviously now Microsoft is involved too. Microsoft probably trying to sort out all the garbage. So my current copium / hopium is that this is just taking a long time, because these are large decisions and large companies. And large companies aren't really known to work particularly well. At least not when speed is, is required. But honestly, I don't know. I don't know. What's going on, T-Neon?
I made a belt watch. It's a waste of time.
Thank you very much, sir. Welcome back. Terrible pun. From what I understand, the folks at ESL still work there. Like, I haven't seen any people like update their like profile on Twitter or whatever to say that they're no longer working on StarCraft 2. You know? I'm not sure what they do on a day-to-day basis right now. Not exactly sure what some of the folks are doing, because there is no weekly cup and there's no big event on the horizon. But the ESL has also not made any announcements that things aren't moving forward, you know? So it's all a little bit random. I'm not sure exactly what to expect, but I've got faith. But it is taking an extremely long time. Yeah. We will see. I can imagine, though, it's especially a bit strange if you're a StarCraft pro gamer right now, right? Like, what do you do? What do you do? What is your best go-to right now? Do you take the gamble that Blizzard is going to make an announcement, or ESL is going to make an announcement, or any of these other things? Do you start playing other games, or do you think about doing something else entirely? Obviously, the top dogs have some financial wiggle room, I'm sure. But if you're somebody below that level, it's kind of tough. Yeah. Stormgate is in like an interesting state. They're still very much so experimenting with a lot of stuff. There is certainly a chance that it's going to be really good at some point in the future, but right now it's just not quite there yet. I haven't given up hope on it entirely, but a lot of folks have. I'm hoping that it's going to be an absolute banger at some point. The more the merrier in my mind, you know? Like, the more RTS games, the better. This has shaded it down really nicely, by the way. Oh yeah. Gotta do the backside here. I want to fade the bottom of the scarf into a very dark color, by the way, like maybe even black. I want to make the bottom of the scarf pretty dirty. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird time and place, man. I'm very glad that I have my Twitch stream. I'm not like just dependent on, like, for example, YouTube casts or whatever. Memes aside, I'll be okay. Assuming you guys keep watching anyways. It will, you know, it'd be nice. I'm not really concerned. But it's, yeah, as a fan of StarCraft, I'm hoping we can keep the ball rolling, man. What's up, Echo? Happy Thanksgiving, dude. And anybody else from the States? If you're not from the States, okay, fine. You will also be getting a happy Thanksgiving. Fine, fine, it's allowed. Okay. Another big base coat, guys. Very cool. Hell yeah, okay. So we've done the base coat on the scarf today. The front was already done, but I did the back just now. So that's the cream color. You can kind of see it as well on that side, over there on the left. And then also some of these sections over here. Although actually, now that I look about it, bro, I haven't even painted this little section over here. Gotta get the shade paint over in this area too. I barely spilled, by the way, which is kind of nice. A little afraid I was gonna spill all over the place, but not really too many issues.